I want to make this recording because this has been going through my mind, well, I guess over a year for sure. I'm sure much longer, but today, for some reason, I decided to write with Meta AI, which is the same thing as ChatGPT. They're kind of all the same. And I started asking about the digital ID. I posted this rather long conversation on Facebook today, and I invited people to just scan through it because it's very interesting. Because when we had the COVID worldwide and we had the mandatory vaccinations, there were people who had exemptions for this vaccination. And as I was writing with ChatGPT, I was thinking, well, you can read what I wrote, but basically at the end I said, what is if I do not accept the digital ID due to religious reasons? Because my faith does not allow me to receive a mark on my hand or my forehead. And you can also see that in our conversation, the conversation went to Bill Gates, who is making a skin tattoo, not something that is injected into you, but a skin tattoo. Basically the same thing. And my religion, and I'm sure yours too, is the Bible. And therefore, I think it's really important to know that ChatGPT said there are exemptions for religious status. Now, I don't know all about this yet, but I know myself, when I find something which intrigues me, then I will find out everything there is to know about it. And it gives me hope that there is a way out of this disaster which they're trying to install upon us, obviously through Satan and the world leaders. And people are freaking out everywhere, all over the world. And most of the people are just blindly following this. If you look into, I think it was Vietnam, where 86 million bank accounts were frozen. And there's quite a few other places in the world where, the leaders are just doing what they want. And I believe there comes that point in time where you have to say, hey, no, due to my belief. I mean, look at the Amish. There are groups out there who say my belief does not allow me to do this. And we will survive. We might not be able to go in restaurants or whatever it is, but they're not going to be able to take everything away from us, because God is the one who's in charge for everything. This is just Satan trying to play out who he is. But there's always a way, when God leads you, that you can still survive. So this might just be something interesting for you to look into as well. If the digital ID becomes a mandatory thing, according to ChatGPT, like I said, you can read what I wrote and posted in Facebook. It's coming for sure. Now, as far as when to each country and when it's mandatory, we'll all have to find this out for ourselves when we're affected. But it would be good to know ahead of time if we can receive religious exemption from receiving it, because it says it black and white in the Bible that you cannot receive a mark on the hand or the forehead, because you're going straight to hell. You're not going to be with God. And if that isn't reason enough to not take a digital ID tattoo or whatever it is they have planned, I don't know what is.